So, since the start of the 2.0 drip marketing event, we've had a flurry of information put out into the world in regards to the upcoming content, characters, and our next destination in Solaris 3. From the splash art of our next batch of resonators, to images of the city-state within its borders, it's plain to see Rinascita is not like Huanglong, and is a place of wealth, power, and extravagance. Parts of the community have voiced their concerns on this and its outright beauty, stating it's not in keeping with the game and the state of the world. Let's try to bring some reasoning for why the upcoming region looks the way it does and discuss what this means and why it makes sense to me. So, if we look to our own history, and after the fall of the Roman Empire, the European world fell into the Dark Ages, or Middle Ages as some like to call it, a perceived period of societal, economic and technological decline with a lack of written records and political instability, especially in Western Europe, which would be comparable to the time of the lament and the direct aftermath of such a huge disaster. Now, China did not go through such a so-called Dark Age and was actually in a period of stability and progression during this time. But if you look to Chinese mythology, the lament could be a time in which there was a great disaster, and that disaster was recorded in the Huinanzhi. The 4 pillars were broken, the 9 provinces were in tatters, heaven did not completely cover the earth. Earth did not hold up heaven all the way around its circumference. Fires blazed out of control and could not be extinguished. Water flooded in great expanses and would not recede. Ferocious animals ate blameless people. Predatory birds snatched the elderly and the weak. Thereupon, Nuwa smelted together 5 coloured stones in order to patch up the azure sky, cut off the legs of the great turtle to set them up as the 4 pillars, killed the black dragon to provide relief for the Ji province, and piled up reeds and cinders to stop the surging waters. The azure sky was patched, the 4 pillars were set up, the surging waters were drained, the province of Ji was tranquil, the crafty vermin died off. Nuwa is a significant figure in Chinese mythology, especially known for her role in the creation of humanity and for her efforts to repair the sky in said mythos. The ancient catastrophe also explains the origins of natural disasters and the restoration of cosmic order. Not so unlike the lament in my opinion. The Black Shores themselves can even detect laments almost as if they are natural disasters, like detecting a storm or an earthquake, albeit in a much different manner. According to the myth, in ancient times the world was in chaos and the sky was not yet stable. The universe was divided into the heavens and the earth. The sky was fragile and cracked. The story states that a cosmic disaster occurred, often described as the sky being torn or broken, which allowed the elements of the world to become unbalanced. This event was not just a physical rupture, but also symbolised the collapse of harmony between heaven and earth, causing the elements to become disorderly and leading to widespread natural disasters such as floods and fires, not dissimilar to the after effects of the lament, in terms of the elements and physics no longer acting in accordance with the laws of the universe, apart from gravity. This then led to a decline and regression in technological and societal aspects across the world of Wuthering waves, where once again the mythos or history of our world comes together with that of Solaris 3. Nuwa is sometimes paired with Fuxi, her brother, or in some versions her husband, who is also a creator god and civilizer. Together, they are said to have taught humanity essential skills like fishing, hunting, and the use of fire. The two of them are often seen as cultural heroes, playing a crucial role in the development of human society after the restoration of the heavens. Again, when we look to Wuthering Waves, the rover in both forms could be considered as this guiding role. The myth of Nuwa and the disaster is symbolic of the importance of cosmic order and the balance between heaven and earth. It reflects the belief in ancient Chinese thought that the stability of the world is precarious and it requires divine intervention to maintain order, just like we seem to be doing in our adventures in Solaris 3. Nuwa's role as a healer of the sky suggests her deep connection to the natural world, the forces of creation, and the nurturing aspect of nature. The story also speaks to the idea of renewal and repair after destruction. It's a reminder that even after a great disaster, the possibility for restoration and balance remains, often requiring divine wisdom and intervention, and thus allowing for a Rinascita or rebirth. Nuwa's involvement in the disaster and the subsequent restoration of the sky represents her vital role in Chinese mythology as both a creator and a protector. She embodies the themes of renewal, harmony, and the cyclical nature of the cosmos. The story also highlights the importance of divine intervention to restore order in the face of chaos, making her one of the central figures in Chinese mythological traditions. And this seems to be a central theme in Wuthering Waves, the intervention of an arbiter, a seed of fate, and a conductor in human affairs, one could say. Also, the idea of the cyclical nature of the cosmos seems to seep into the themes of Wuthering Waves, with the ideas of growth, stagnation, and destruction, along with temporal aspects, all being major factors in the game. The idea of Rinascita symbolised not only a literal rebirth of ancient ideas, but also the growth and transformation of society, politics, and thought, as seen in figures such as Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Galileo. The Renaissance was seen as a period that brought back to life the knowledge and achievements of classical antiquity, marking a transition from the Middle Ages to modernity. Venice played a significant and unique role in the Renaissance, both as a political power and a centre of cultural and intellectual life. Known for its strategic location, wealth, and relative independence, Venice contributed greatly to the flourishing of art, commerce, science, and the ideas during this transformative period. Unlike many other Italian city-states, Venice was relatively stable and independent during the Renaissance, remaining free from the political turmoil that often plagued cities like Florence and Rome. This allowed for a longer period of prosperity and artistic development, which definitely seems to be the case for Rinascita. If its grandiose look is anything to go by, wealth and stability exude from the city-state, which would lead to a place that not only is surviving but thriving, which it looks like it is doing so. And because of this, it makes sense to me that Rinascita doesn't have the post-apocalyptic look that other places in Solaris do. Now, along with this, Rinascita's Sentinel could have had a much more hands-on approach to the nation since the last lament, helping the people of the region to get back on their feet, along with its potential and profitable strategic location. Just like Venice, it may have helped it flourish post-lament, where Huanglong seems to have stabilised but is still yet to find itself prospering like Rinascita. So for me, it makes total sense for the next stop on our global tour of Solaris to look, at least on the surface, much more comfortable and welcoming than our previous travels. Let me know what you think about everything we have spoken about in this video. Do you like the differing look of Rinascita, or are you disappointed the nation looks too bright and saturated? As just because it's beautiful doesn't mean the jewel of a city and its surrounding lands don't hold dark secrets for us to uncover. Comment down below what you think, and if you've enjoyed the video, be sure to like it, and I'll make more of this kind of content. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-ra.